Hi guys, Showmofo here. Welcome back to some more Robocraft fun, and let's check out the current incarnation of Project Blue Thunder. Okay, so this guy's right on 1050 of 1050. Just got the 4 T10 plasmas, 4 T10 jets, some black and red, 4 T10 wings, 3 T1s, and where I could cram it on, a load of shiny electroplates. Now, this guy still hasn't got enough electroplate on for my liking. I'd like a bit more, but I need CP for that, CPU. And he does lift up a little bit. Just take him into practice first before I go out. He does lift rather than dive, which is something I generally don't like, but I'm enjoying the shape and I'm enjoying the shield placement. I've yet to have it out in the battlefield, so I imagine there's parts of it that are going to be very weak and shot off, but kind of like how it flies, despite the fact it will climb over time on its own. And also, there are lots of parts of it where there's gun interference at certain angles. But generally speaking, I'm pretty happy with the design. It needs to be fleshed out more. There's definitely parts of it that are exposed. There's parts of the armour that need shoring up in places as well. But I just haven't got the CPU for that. So I'm hoping that at least with the shielding that it's got on it, it's protecting most of the stuff that needs protecting. And you know, compared to the snub, well, the snub hasn't got any electroplating. It's a lot more solid than this guy, but I've tried to make this relatively solid, and hopefully I'll be able to get it out into some battles now, and we can see how it does. I'd really like to get a victory in this guy, and I hope, seeing as how I actually like what I've managed to come up with this time, it would be nice to see it do well. Had to spend a little bit more RP on the level 2 electroplates. Very nice for putting around where the wings join onto the main chassis. So I think I had 6 of those already, so I had to buy another 2, so I had a full set of 8. I of course would like to be plating out every inch of this in electroplating, and I'd like to have the chassis be a lot more reinforced as well. I'd also like to have another 2 guns on there. That's why I'm not too worried. If this does well enough to have, you know, a decent game in every 3 or 4, I think that'll be good enough to kind of keep it in the bay and just concentrate on leveling for a bit with this and the snub. You know, just take turns taking them out when I get bored of one, or one's not having a particularly good time, and start fixing the things on the 2 of these and start building my RP back up, ready to start making some massive bots of destruction. Right, well, there's 10 of us now. Come on, let's get a 5-on-5. We'll throw some of those 8s and 9s in. I've also had another request for a tutorial for a T4 flyer using the low level. Well, it would have to be low level, wouldn't it, if you want to keep it in T4. Another T4 flyer, this time using electroplating, so as soon as I've built up a bit more RP, I think I'll be having a go at that. But at the moment, I just really want to get a Blue Thunder Mark 1 that I'm happy with and can leave in a bay and then just upgrade it over time. Right, well, there's 13 of us now. We should get a battle any moment now. If only I felt the need to join in the chat, I'm sure the moment I started typing, we'd go straight in. Oh dear. Here we go. Brilliant stuff. Oh, excellent. We've got all of the 10s, nearly, except for that 8. And it's Mars, one of my favourites for flying around on. I do seem to have a lot more fun on Mars than I do on the ice maps. Okay, can we see anyone? Oh good, we've got a couple of other flyers. And what looks like an exciting bot over there. Getting incoming plasma fire already, and I can see a couple of guys speeding down towards us. Now I just have to hope that him wanting to constantly lift is not too much of a problem. I think I'm going to come back around. Not quite as fast, would like to have a lot more jets on there. But a lot of the CPU is taken up with all of this shielding. To hit anything yet? Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh, and I've lost my rudder and tails. Oh, and all the shielding's coming off, and I'm going to die. This flight's going to take me out. We've managed to get a shot on him. Oh, oh no. Death. Haha. Protected down. The bit of shielding worked nicely. Took me right down to the chassis, no one shot. I'm tempted almost to make one of these ones that's just jets and no aerofoils at all. It's a shame I haven't got any really high level SMGs. Okay, so that's a terrible battle out of the way. Made hardly anything there. Thank goodness for premium. Good stuff. Not too long on the wait. Oh, and an ice map. Well, let's see if I can do any better this time. Oh, bit of collision to start with. Oh, managed to hit something with that. Off to a better start then. Oh, being shot at already. Another hit though. Oh, and a little bit of lag and death. Lovely stuff. That's nice. That's very interesting. Oh, and that's just lovely. Well done, 8 Crescents. Saw that the other day, but I didn't get to have a nice close look at it. I think he was on the enemy team. Well, that's just fantastic, sir. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Possibly the prettiest cube of death I've seen in a while. I love how the those electroplating on the top look a bit like little bunny ears. Absolutely fantastic. And it seems to be holding its own. I would have thought that white would have been shredded much faster. But there we go, it's down into, you can see there, the black inner. Standing up quite well still. 4 SMGs left. Oh, and it's gone. Never mind. No one else left with any exciting use of electroplating, so apart from the enemy. Enemy seems to have quite a few. Parts of electroplating on there. Right, well, let's leave them to it. Let's see if we can get into another one. Wonder if I actually did any damage or whether those hits were just deflected. 97. Not bad considering I was only in it for a short while. So much I'd like to do, you know. I just really need the CP. Really need the CP. Got to level so I can add some more stuff on here. You know, really, this shouldn't be exposed. I could probably cover that with a few jets. The same along here, I'd probably fit some small jets in. Would like to have these shored up and then have some of the L1 electroplating on, and of course on parts like this, if there wasn't a jet there, I'd probably just throw some L1 on it. It'd be interesting to see where I could fit another 2 plasmas onto this. Maybe have a front section that comes out and move some of this armor around. But one of the things I really enjoy, I enjoy this bit, and that works very well, you know, and it's also protecting the chassis. Sorry, the pilot seat there in the center of the chassis. I was a little bit upset that I lost those guys. As you can see, it's a lot more vulnerable from the top. So if there's an SMG flyer or somebody manages to land a shot on me when I'm rolling, banking, looping the loop, something like that, and I expose the top of the craft to the ground fire, you know, that's very dangerous. Okay, let's see if we can get another one. I don't mind so much while I'm on premium, and it's not like I'm going to take a loss. I don't mind so much having bad games if it's something that's enjoyable to fly, and especially if it looks quite pretty now. You know, the snub and this, they're not really up to the standard of Crow vs Giants or the Red Baron, but they're reasonably pleasant to fly. And they pack a bit of a punch, you know, it's really nice firing off those T10 plasma weapons. So, as long as I don't have too many terrible games with them, I think this may be the one to hold on to for a while. And then probably what I'll do is switch back and forth and compare and see who does better, you know, this or the snub. It is a shame. At least on the snub I've got a full set of, you know, jammers, radar equipment, stuff like that. So I've got the mini-map at my disposal. That's a bit of a downside to having all of that electroplating using up my CPU. Come on, throws in with the 8 and 9s. Oh, if only I had more RP, you know. There was a point when I was building this version that I ran out of black cubes, and you know, it would have been nice not to have to switch to red, but to just buy a load more black cubes. But very quickly, you know, that RP disappears when you're doing stuff like that. And I really just want to save my game currency for getting premium. You know, especially when I haven't got. If I had a really efficient build, it wouldn't matter so much. I could use game currency to just buy cubes. I wouldn't have to care so much about having the premium on. But when I'm having games where quite a lot of the time I'm just being destroyed and not getting to do that much damage, then it means, you know, I really do need that as the safety net, so I'm not losing RP, and even though it's only a small amount, I'm going to be gaining RP. Now, here we go, all 10s. Somebody's brought guide now. And hi there, Symmetrical Fork. We've got 8 crescents on our side again, so fantastic stuff. Oh, take off. Don't get stuck on the rock. Of course, this guy's got no landing gear. Would really like to have the CPU to be able to build some kind of actual plane-looking craft, and see if I could just make it look spanky with some nice armour on it. Oh, I managed to get a hit on that guy. Oh, I've got to remember this guy will climb on me all the time. Be very careful of that. It does throw out my manoeuvres somewhat. And of course those big shields there, while they offer protection, they do also interfere with the spread. With it being a small craft and those jets there behind it, you know, I am limiting how much plasma can hit, because I will get the odd one that, you know, it's bad enough they go stray every now and then because of the weird angle I'm engaging at. But then when you're also losing firepower simply off it interfering with stuff that's on your craft, it's a bit of a nuisance. I think only one went off in that general direction then. So it's a lot easier to just engage forward facing. But while there's that many enemy and a flyer covering them, I don't really want to get out there. We've lost a guy, but let's see. Oh, it's the flyers over there. Don't really want to be. See, there you go. He's landing shots on me now. Oh, oh dear. We've lost a fair old wedge of craft. Nowhere near him. He's going to destroy me before I get a shot. Yep, all weapons gone. But there you go. That's he's not very accurate, is he? There we go. He got me eventually. Oh, so jealous. So jealous of that kind of thing. I really do. I am overly surprised at how long 8 Crescent stays in the game with that much white on him. I mean, yeah, he's being torn to shreds now, but lasted a hell of a lot longer than I did. Yep, I really wish I had some nice high-level SMGs. Oops, pressing the wrong button there. Would be nice to switch out to them, but I think, what are the highest ones I've got? So the highest SMGs I've got are the top mount 8s. And I've also got some front mount 8s. I've actually got more front mount 8s than I have those. Maybe that's because some of those are in use on something, I'm not sure. Yep, these aren't too expensive to buy. Oh yeah, they're relatively cheap. Um, it jumps up a little bit for the L3s, and then for these L4s. But I've probably got enough at some point to maybe splash out on some more of these. So I certainly think a tutorial, or at least a watch me build. You know, I am only new to the game, so I do kind of find it a bit funny that people are asking me for tutorials. I'm not an experienced player by any means. Um, I really appreciate all the feedback where people tell me I build nice designs and stuff for the planes and that. Um, so yeah, thanks guys for that. That means a lot to me. And sure, you know, anything I learn in this, or anything that you think I could handle making a tutorial on, you know, feel free to suggest it. And if I've got the bits and bobs to make something and the time to throw one together, by all means, yeah, I'm happy to do those. So I think possibly a predecessor to the Midge Mark V might be on the cards. Maybe an Electro Midge or some such to take out, and try getting a nice aerofoil flyer with SMGs or plasma on it out into T4 with some spanky looking electroplating. That'd be quite nice. Certainly a lot cheaper to build, and possibly a bit faster to get in the games, although this middle part really seems to be suffering. I thought they'd implemented the thing where the servers were going to be changing so that we got the T10s thrown in together a bit more. You can see that massive gap from 6 up. Now, what I what I want to be on is a really good team that can carry me quite a lot of the way. So that I can just go in and pick up the pieces and get a lovely bit of RP. Oh, didn't hit him at all. He ducked and covered. And he shredded my weapons off, but see, I love how those electroplates just help hold the chassis together. If only the same could be said for the rest of the craft. That was pretty awful. That was pretty darn awful. One of those sneaky SMG rocket cars just racing up onto the ridge and taking me out like an utter fiend. Oh. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And so what? Well, that's not too bad. 5 grand for nothing is lovely. Thank you very much, Premium. Okay, so still seeming like it's taking forever to get to level 59. I may actually let's just see. This guy needs a victory bonus. Are there any 8s out there? No, there's a few. Please throw me in with 6s and 7s. In fact, I don't think I've had the crow out for about 4 days now. Wow. That's what happens with the electroplate coming out, and just before the electroplate, there just weren't any kind of games that wouldn't have been thrown in with anything except T10s. And so I was just kind of avoiding that, and I was happy taking the snub out and trying to farm what RP I could. in T10. Now, let's hope this is all 8s. No, here we go. And they've got more 9s. That is shocking. Shocking, shocking, shocking. Right, well this is where I definitely should get a bravery bonus. Oh, but I do enjoy with this guy, you know, he's got a nice, clean, open bit of space to fire his weapons from, no electroplate in the way. Oh, and this is my favourite end of the map. Lots of room to fly around the back end. Got another flyer out there ahead of us, Dango 846 taking the lead there. Looks like Jake's having a bit of trouble trying to get up the cliff face. We've already made it to the CP. Wonder where the enemy's at. Not seen a sign of them yet. Hoping they're on the other side. There we go. Whoa, thank you. Turn us around, get us up. Well, managed to land a hit. Looks like I'm going to be scoped. Yes, scoped and destroyed. Oh well, I still got a hit in. No surprise there. On defense. Come on, there's somebody turned up. Destroy him. Destroy him. No, you're just going to... What are you up to? Why didn't you take the shot? Why didn't you take the shot, Chris Mack? Now destroy him. Well done. Oh, it's being torn up now by a little flyer. Ouch. Well, this guy actually, what are they? I haven't got any of those left. Let's just see what these are. Okay, so I've got 2 10s, no 9s, no 8s. Okay, so those are 9s. Is that where he was? Yep, that looks right. Well, I've actually got some spare CPU there, so I may well be coming in and doing some work on this fella. I'm not sure what. Don't really want to take him into T9 because, as mentioned, I want to keep him in blue and orange where possible. But maybe some. I may take this tail out and extend it a bit longer, so that I can fit some more radar equipment, jammer and receiver on there. I think he's got a jammer. Yeah, he's got a jammer there. Maybe just get a couple more jets out. Maybe extend this section out and put some more jets on. There's room for jets here. There's possibly even room for if I can extend this far enough out. Not sure how far he's got. He's got another, maybe. So that's 3 or 4. It's hard to tell at that height how many blocks out that could go. But I may have the room to do a little bit of modification on this guy. Maybe even just bring the nose out and then see if I can get another couple of weapons on there. Who knows? I haven't got any 8s. Maybe just add a couple of 8s onto the wingtips. Probably be easier to fit on. I don't know, but it's nice to know I've now got room to maneuver with him. This guy still haven't got round to replacing all these bits of red with black. He's only got, what, 19 extra flops on him, so there's not really that much I can do with this guy at the moment. He's just going to end up in 10s. So, let's take this guy out. Let's see what's happening in on T4. Which way is it going to throw us? In with the 6s and 7s, or down with the 4s and the 3s? I really hope it's in with the 4s and the 3s. Oh, lovely brew. Excellent, 4s and 3s, and they've got a 2. Super stuff. Okay, looks like a good couple of flyers out there. Good stuff, safety in numbers. Now, my preferred enemy for this guy is, of course, plasma bombers flying around. Prefers not to be taking out ground units, unless, of course, they're in a particularly harsh way, like this fella looks to be. Although he's got his mates backing him up and he's already dead. Ouch, didn't want to fly over there. Spinning wildly out of control. Whoa. Oh. Oh, well that's horrible. Fall down that way so I can thrust out. Oh, that's really nasty. I'm inside that bit of terrain there. I think there's a bit of... You can see that line comes down there. I think I'm inside a bit of mountain, possibly. Really would have thought they'd have fixed this by now. As I believe some people use it as a bit of an exploit, as a place to snipe from. You know, I can shoot from this, but people can't really see me in here very well. Well, I'm going to leave that. That was horrible. It's games like this that make me want to just shred this to pieces. So, I may well be doing that. This may be disappearing to make way for an electroplate T4. Wow. That was horrible. Okay. Mega Man. Of course, it says Robot Tier 2 up there, but down there it says T6. And when I press battle, now I'm in T6. So we're not go... Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Oh good though. That's good. That's weird. It is actually putting me in with the 2s and the 1s. That's very odd. Maybe it's on a grace period thing, or maybe that's just messed up. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. So we'll have to see. Look at him just rolling on his back there, taking it easy. No, don't drive into me. How am I meant to do anything if you drive into me? Is that a flyer? Oh, there's loads of them. This guy just there, didn't even notice him drive up. Oh, and death. Never mind. Never mind. What a shame all those guys just crowded me at the beginning. That's a terrible thing to do to a giant Mecha Man, you know? Got to give the chap some room so he can get out, and more importantly, you can get out, because really, he's not going to be dealing much damage. Wow, a whole three CPU destroyed. Awesome stuff. Okay. What else have we got? We've got the snub. Let's see if we can get into a quick T10 with this guy. I've got a whole point of CPU I could be using for something on him. Yep, headlights are awesome. Helps the enemy see you from around corners and pick you out of the pack to destroy. I think they pretty much make you op, so, you know, if you have headlights, you're definitely bound to be OP. Okay, let's see if we can do any better in the snub. Ouch, where's that coming from? Over there, okay. Ow, oh, I've lost controls, no rudder. Oh! Oh dear, you poor fella. And his guns are shooting up there, so I'm not going to hit those guys on the ground. One weapon left and it's going to be firing up in the air. Nope. No guns left, and death. Lovely stuff. Yeah, I really do just need to build one of these things, don't I? You know, just a box of armour. I've been practicing those armour techniques to make armour that displaces the damage nicely, and you know, I probably should just invest in a load of stuff to build myself a little box flatbed tank of some description. I just get so frustrated trying to build them. They just don't appeal to me. It'd be nice if I had the flops to make a pretty one, but other than that, they kind of don't really do anything for me. Let's see. I'm gonna have this guy out again, and then I think we'll leave it there. I think I'll have to have a think about whether this guy's gonna make the cut or whether I'm gonna take him apart and try again with a new design. Let's see, how long have we been going for? Oh yeah, plenty of time. I honestly only thought this would be about 20-30 minutes long, in all honesty. But as ever, that's the trouble with this game. Enjoy playing it far too much. Tend to get stuck on here for a lot longer than I think. Hopefully got some cover. I can stay out of everybody's way. Really would like one of those games where I just get to go around picking up at the scraps. Oh. Really shouldn't bother trying to engage these other guys. They're so hard to hit. Oh, criminy, and I wasn't looking at the ground. There's a load of people coming in onto our base. Missed. It's not going to take them long to spot me. Yep, there we go. I've hit the ceiling. Have I lost rudders or something? Yep. I've lost a good set of wings. Let's see, can I turn out of this at all? Try and use the edge of the map to turn me back in once I get into the game. I'm not going to hit anything from out here. Oh. That's pointless. Now, if I can fall and land the right way. No. Need to kind of get on out of here. Oh, so difficult. No, I'm not going to be able to turn it around. There's a guy gunning at me from somewhere. Can I turn around at all? There we go. Might even be able to make it in the general direction of the CP. That would be nice. Oh, didn't want to flip like that. Oh, that's just ruined it, hasn't it? Give me something to shoot at, please, before I die. Yes! Managed to land a hit on something at least. Team victory. Excellent stuff. Well, that was pretty awful. Oh, at least I got the victory bonus out of it. Shame I didn't deal more damage. Lost a lot of that in repairs. Yeah, so the main thing I like about this is this little part of the design. That I'm really enjoying. The rest of it, these cause a lot of interference with these guns. And having these jets directly behind them also causes interference when I'm shooting behind. So I may have to have a bit of a rethink on this one. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's at 1050, so that's the maximum of it. These big deflective dishes, while they're nice and they cover the largest portion of the craft, really, apart from those big massive 10s, you know, I'm not really going to be using anything. I tried to build something one of these on, it was just horrible looking. You know, I think that's more for a big tank, or maybe later on, you know, when I'm much higher level and I've got loads of CPU to play with, I might build some giant spaceship kind of thing with one of these on. But also, I really like these. But again, they're very limiting into where you can put them and what they cover up, you know. And just where you can fit stuff in. It's really, really harsh. Trying to get the placement on these when you haven't got the actual CPU required. Oh, that's the wrong one. I think it's this one I need. See, ideally, I'd like to have the space so that these cover this section, but these guns were maybe a bit further out. But still, if I'm firing across that way, that's going to interfere with that weapon. Firing across that way, it's got all of this stuff here to interfere with the weapon. Really is difficult. So, I like this bit around the pilot seat and the wings. The rest of it, I don't know. In theory, they're kind of nicely placed. But it's just not doing enough. Here we go. We've got a load of people on, so it might get a quick one. Really would like to just have a smashing game. You know, sometimes even when I've had the worst kind of design out in T10, all it takes is for you to have a really good team and the enemy just not to be on the ball. Oh, good. I would like to destroy some of those 8s. Also, I think, you know, when I build a craft like this, I get a little bit overcautious and maybe hang back a little bit too much. And that can often be a bad thing to do, you know. Quite often it's better to get on in there and take a few hits, but start damaging the enemy team quickly with all your teammates. Don't want to be the lone guy in the sky. Let me come down here where there's multiple targets. Ouch, no. There we go, they've got a shed load of flyers. Already lost a shield and I'm dead. Oh, you railgun fiends. Oh, that's shocking. That's shocking. There you go, that's quite nice usage. Nice little SMG tank there with a nice set of electroplates on him. Just got a couple there. Oh wow, look at that. Pokeball. Awesome. Where's that? Jizan there. Can we get him? Is he dead? No. Oh wow. Well done, Jizan. That's awesome. I am impressed. I think I've seen that before, but only after it's been partially destroyed. Well, that's just lovely. Lovely stuff. Well done. Well done. Okay, well, I think that's enough for now. I definitely need to go and have a think about this. I am determined to get a Blue Thunder Mark 1 out. But, you know, I can't be having this. I can't be having those zeros. Needs to be something that I can get kills with, at the least. You know, it may well be advantageous for me to just take all of this electroplating off and cram on the other two plasma weapons and have something that, yeah, can get one-shotted, but if I get a hit on something, I've got a chance of just destroying it with plasma straight away, or, you know, at least chipping the weapons off the thing. So I'm gonna have a bit more of a tinker and a play and see what happens, see what I can come up with, and hopefully soon we'll have a real Blue Thunder Mark 1 with some spanky electroplating, or, you know, maybe just a box with a load of plasma on, like the snub, only a bit heavier firepower, and I'll start building up my RP and my level so I can finally get one of these things out. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video and those awesome T10 builds that we got to see, even if I wasn't doing particularly well. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.